Thank you very much for joining us here at the studio, the Carabao studio. My name is Casey, the field footballer, and of course, I'll be your host for today. As a matter of fact, I am not here alone. Thank you very much for joining I am here with the master tactician, Englishman. Englishman is here with me today. The Bible said I should never be alone. Man should not be alone. Englishman. That's what our Bible said.
Yes,
And I'm happy you're with me.
thank you very much.
Mr.
I'm happy
Mancity,
to be here.
is your voice? Can you just increase your volume if your volume is low? Increase your volume so I can be able to hear you well, and of course our
Okay,
followers can hear you well too.
can you hear me right?
Yeah, just give it the highest belly, give it the volume highest belly. Make we run this thing. All right. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us. Yes, apologies for starting a bit late due to issues beyond our control. But of course, we're here. We're here to serve you happiness. We are here to serve you happiness. Yes, it's the English Premier League between Chelsea and Manchester City. As it stands right now, yes, this is the 27th minute, and Manchester City are leading. Of course, it was expected, Englishman. It's expected that you guys are supposed to be leading by now, isn't it?
Definitely. I know I was even surprised when the match started. I never envisaged that Chelsea ballers will touch ball at all. But it's okay. They are human beings and they are equally men. So let me give it to them that at least trapping and touching is allowed.
Hey, insult don't enter this thing, Englishman. You
No,
say
it's
you're
not
giving
like
it to them because they are human beings. Insult don't enter this thing. Oh, by ego this thing now. Is that what we are saying right now, Englishman?
uh,
So
but,
are you
but
saying Chelsea is not strong enough as a team to compete against Manchester City? Is that what you are saying?
no, no, they are not part of what we are talking about now. They are just there to mezuoku if there is uh, uh, but it's true now.
ah,
This thing is not a motor park place where you make noise and fight. If
hey,
we are talking about motor park, or
hey,
maybe you are talking about how to purchase tankers for
hey,
drivers to
hey.
drive, we can get these boys to do that for Chelsea.
Englishman, why are you going that lane? Why are you going that lane? Why are you going that lane?
No, no, it's not
You
about
are,
going that
you
lane.
started
We
this
are we are
traditional
facing
way
the
of
reality.
insulting Chelsea and their fans, calling us tanker players, garage boys. Is that?
But
Come on, Englishman,
but
come
but
on. We need to be
there.
civil.
Exactly. If you watch their players, watch what they are doing now. They are doing it as if they are fighting. You understand? It's just like their fans. Everything it goes pari pashu. Everybody behaves alike. I understand that fact. Is in their blood. We can't take it out from them. Okay, so it's part of it. We just like me. I always say service to humanity. Anybody that is a human, you need to accommodate the person. That is we're just accommodating Chelsea. Not that
Hey,
they are here to play football. It's
God,
okay. It's part of
God,
it.
God. This thing just sounds like you are referring to some things that came to the Olympics just to make up the numbers. That's
And
the vibe I'm getting
like
right now.
a country like is it Nigeria?
I don't. You are the one calling the country. Oh. For me now, I'm not even calling any country. I'm just saying you're sounding like Chelsea's among the Premier League teams. Just the way some teams enter the Olympics just to make up the numbers.
Exactly. You got the point now. You got the point now. You got the
Wow.
point now. Yeah, but
All right. Everybody joining us. Thank you. Of course, Manchester City is leading 1-0. There were certain analysis that suggest that probably Chelsea should win this particular match because it's been said that some players in Manchester City will probably not be available for this encounter. And of course, this match is holding in the bridge. Yes, it's holding at the bridge, and of course, it's Chelsea's home. We understand that over time, Chelsea have lost that particular that cloud, that whatever that makes them the bridge. The days of Jose Mourinho and all the whole facets that came with that particular team and his generation and all that. Yes, we know that Chelsea now they are very beatable at the bridge, but then this is Manchester City. Regardless of the team they bring up, Pep would always be Pep, and Pep would always do justice to every match as if it's a final. So I did not believe it's going to be an easy match, but for people who believe that this match will probably go to Chelsea, were you of any? Did you even think about it that it might just be a Chelsea's game today, Englishman?
No, anyway, Sha, I always say to you, what is happening? Okay, okay, they're just making, okay. So this is it. Whatever people are saying,
Mm,
humans always come up with sentiments. You understand? Sentiment in the sense that part of sentiment is wishes. Okay, and when you look at those women wishing those things, they just have a soft spot where Chelsea is as a team. Probably they are their fans. Okay, so you won't take it out from them being sentimental and setting out wishes. So it's part of life that people will see a team like Man City being spearheaded by a tactician like Guardiola, Pep Guard. So a man who you know that is more than any coach you can think of. You understand? He is incredible. He's good.
mm,
You
mm.
understand? You can't quantify it. I don't know what you use to quantify him when it comes to tactics and making you to do what you're supposed to do as a player in the pitch. You get? So then he and the couple of the kind of players he had, and what they have done in Premiership as a league. You understand? So you now continue wishing that even at home, Chelsea can do whatever what is impossible. Okay, maybe had it been you are talking about a team like Arsenal, I might be scared, or you are talking about a team like no, there's no other team in Premiership. It's only Arsenal that somebody like me will be a little bit skeptical because of a boy that he had, Ateta, which is his tutelage. He came from him. Okay, he got some certain things from the
Certain, yes,
master
yes, yes.
himself. So if you are talking about that guy, I will say, oh, he will always give
So
Pep.
are you saying a club cannot give Guardiola run for his money? Is that what you're saying?
No, no, it's not possible.
I know Klopp is no longer at Liverpool. Yes, we have a new manager right now at Liverpool and a slot. But when it was Klopp's regime, are you saying Klopp never gave
No,
Guardiola?
no, no, no. Klopp tried. He tried. I
Mm,
wouldn't say he didn't try. He tried
mm,
his best. Even when it comes to facing Man City, he tried. You understand? But he didn't try like Ateta. Ateta is the one that is most close towards always putting that pressure on. And even the man himself, Pep, acknowledge that fact that Ateta is good, and knowing that most of his secrets Ateta already have it because Ateta worked under him
mm.
and got some of those things
And,
that
and
he's
and
using.
he and sometimes he said that Teta even was the one that provided some of those tactical
Thank you.
masterclasses he
Thank
exhibited in
you. If you
matches.
if you if you understand where Ateta was playing under Arsene Wenger,
Mm,
those days that he played under Arsene Wenger in Arsenal.
yes, the
If you
midfielder.
watch, yes, if you watch at Arsene Wenger always commend him, even as a player, the suggestions and advices he gives, even to his fellow players, will show you that this guy is not just an ordinary player. You understand? He has the technical know-how of what a football should be.
Mm,
You
mm,
understand? He have it all. So you give it to him, as you say.
mm. All right, all right. As it stands now, yes, Manchester City, they are still dominating the game, but then Chelsea are looking for a break. Anyways, the way it works when you are playing Guardiola, it's almost like you are playing a team that is stronger than you. So,
Exactly.
on the average, what most coaches likely do if they aside an Arteta, like you said, and last season Arteta with the Arsenal team proved that yes, he can stand Manchester City tactics for tactics, tackle for tackle, attack for attack, and the rest of that. That's why, yes, a lot of people are pushing Arteta and the Arsenal team to go for Osimhen. Arteta will not really dominate Guardiola because he does not have a point out striker like a point nine. Yes, we have the Gabriel Jesus and the rest of them, but of course you will not compare Gabriel Jesus right now with a Haaland or
No,
possibly.
it's not possible. You can't compare both when
Yes,
it comes to
yes,
striking.
and that's why most of us we wanted and we wish that Arteta can go for Osimhen so that in the books, at least on paper, they can match a Guardiola's team on paper, right? And
Yes.
possibly challenge for the title because they put up a very good fight last season. Yes, give it to Arteta. But then we're also looking at other managers that have managed to beat Guardiola. Most of them didn't really go for the tackle, the tiki taka possession kind of football. No, yes, Madrid, because it's Madrid. Madrid is Madrid. So Madrid did not play.
Wolves tried equally to win them one of the legs.
Yes,
Uh,
yes. But we're looking at coaches that have really put stamped their name and said, for Bagbe Oshi, Bagbe Gadola, we believe that.
Yeah.
You understand? Most of those coaches, like the likes of Mourinho and the rest of them, they didn't really win Guardiola by playing possession football.
No.
Most times they either play the counter-attacking football,
Yeah,
they
counter
soak in
attack,
the pressure,
defensive,
wait
and
for
all. Yeah.
faces to show up, and of course they find their way into the team and drill their goal home. And of course, by the time you score a Guardiola 1 or 2 goals, the best thing is to just
I'm not
pack
cutting
your
you
boss
short.
and lock your defense.
Sorry, sir. I'm not cutting you short. You mentioned Mourinho. Most times I don't like to hear that name. Do you know why? This Pep, this Pep humiliated him a lot. So I don't know why you should be mentioning him. That I don't know. It's not. He humiliated him, and you know it in Spanish league.
No, regardless of how
Yes,
you
La Liga.
feel. Yes. Regardless of how you feel about this, right? Mourinho remains one of the best coaches in world football.
No. I don't think so.
We might not, no, like I said, you don't have to agree, but on paper, Mourinho and by titles, how many coaches have more titles than unless you're counting an Ancelotti or you're counting a Guardiola? How many coaches have more titles than a Mourinho? You don't like his brand of
Klopp.
football. You don't need who Klopp. No, I'm
Mm.
not sure Klopp has enough titles compared to a Mourinho. Mourinho won in Madrid, won in Inter Milan, won in Chelsea, went back to Chelsea, won again, went back to even Man U, won Europa for them. No, Klopp, I'm not sure Klopp. How many things Klopp win? Klopp just managed to get a Premier League in one season under Guardiola's reign now.
Just Premiership.
Yes, Klopp got a Premier League now. He got a Premier League, but that's all to it. And probably maybe 1 or 2 FA Cup or Carling Cup or whatever. But
What
yes,
happened to
Klopp.
Champions League?
Yes, he got a Champions League, but you can. Mourinho has Champions Leagues now. Mourinho has with Inter Milan, had with Porto. Remember Porto? He had a Champions League with Porto. So, like I said, we don't need to agree.
No. I'm not talking about that Mourinho didn't perform well or any, but you
Did
don't compare.
Mourinho? Did Mourinho? Yes. Okay. Now I get your argument. Your argument is Mourinho versus Guardiola in terms of head to head.
Yes.
Guardiola has more head to head, but can you say a Mourinho did not win a Guardiola? Of course he did now.
He won maybe by luck or something,
No, he did not win by luck. He won by playing a defensive game because he knows.
Is it when he was in Real Madrid?
Yes, even when he was in Real Madrid, he won Barca now when Guardiola was there now. So, like I said,
how many times?
We're not saying he's better in terms of head to head.
No. When you have someone that won you up to 10 times and you just won 2 or something like that, you don't even bring it to equation. You don't even say it because it's so shameful that a man like Mourinho, we have all the kind of players he has, and he cannot equal Pep Guard. It doesn't make sense.
No, but Guardiola has always had better players, aside when they were in Madrid.
No. Guardiola made his players look better. Not that he always have better. What his tactics and the way let me tell you, if another coach takes care of this Man City, maybe from beginning, or gather these players, let me tell you, their performance will reduce. And by that
True.
time, you wouldn't see them being a better player the way we are seeing them now. You understand?
True.
So Guardiola always make his players better and look better from every other players. That is why it's always easy to identify them as having better players. But if another coach should have them from onset, they will not look like that way. I bet you.
Mm. Mm. Okay, so I'm trying to get their head to head, but I'm looking at their. But before the end of the show, of course, I would get that record because I'm on the internet right now, so we can look at it full head to head. I'm looking at Manchester City news. I'm looking at Manchester United evening news. So we'll probably get that. But then, like I said, Mourinho remains one of the best coaches in the world, regardless of what we think about him or his style of football. And yes, he probably won a Guardiola, not convincingly, but he did win a Guardiola quite a couple of times. But now the argument is most of the guys that won Guardiola, they did not really win Guardiola convincingly, or they did not win Guardiola because they played a better brand of football. Aside maybe yes, an Ancelotti or a Pep. So if I were to be a coach right now with my basic knowledge of football, if I want to be a coach, or maybe I'm even like a standard FIFA coach, and I'm playing against a Guardiola, in my head, I'm already feeling like, okay, this guy have a better understanding of football. He has a better understanding of how players move. He's probably been a professional player also in the past, which Mourinho was never really a professional player. So these are the things that you are looking at and you are saying in your head, this guy understands football. I cannot play better than him, but my goal is to win. So when your goal is to win, you're not really going in there to play a good brand of football. We've seen it with so many other coaches, right? And they
Yeah.
find a way to win. Even when Chelsea won the Champions League in 2012, it was not like they played a better brand of football, but the coach found a way to win, right? Whether you are playing a
Let's
counter-attacking,
have your
you
corazo.
are playing a defensive style of football, whatever it is you are playing, get the win. And once you've won, it will
Okay,
be
thank
on
God.
record.
Offside.
Yes, it will be on record that you've won.
Yeah.
Nobody really cares how you won, or no other things don't really go into the record. You've won is
Yeah.
that you've won. All right. So
Yes.
like I said, if Chelsea is supposed to win this game, I'm not expecting Enzo. Right, I'm not expecting Enzo Maresca to play a better brand of football. Yes, we know that he plays a very good brand of football, and he has been doing that right from the Leicester City time. And because of our Nigerian brothers, Ndidi, and of course Kelechi Iheanacho. So I've always followed Leicester City. And I have some of my colleagues, of course, who are from Leicester. So we have this whatever in following Leicester City matches. And I love his brand of football he played at Leicester. And he was the one that probably took an Ndidi from a defensive midfielder and took him to more of an attacking midfielder, if you want to call it an 8 in that regard. Yes, he did that for Ndidi, and Ndidi got a lot of assists, got a lot of goals, and became a very good integral player. Of course, we've seen that they are back to the Premier League. Iheanacho has gone, but Ndidi is still keeping his position in the team. That will tell you how much. So when you see coaches that can transform players, for me, one of the things I use and respect coaches is not that you can set formation or whatever, but when you can look at a player and see. Drogba once said he was once a defender now. But
Yeah.
it's a particular coach that said, guy, no, I'm seeing more than just defending football. Go out
But
there and
but the same coach, remember that the same coach makes a lot of mistakes while trying to transform players. You understand? He
true,
did
true.
he did the same to Drogba and maybe got it right. Did nonsense when it comes to Mikel Obi and the rest of them. You understand?
Englishman, you are just pained. You are pained, and what is paining you is it's obvious you don't like Mourinho. And
No,
I like people that declare their assets, right?
yes,
And I love
yes.
people who are very
I don't
open.
like
And
the
I
man.
love
The
Englishman.
man talks too much. The way he called
No,
Arsene Wenger failure.
he used to talk too much. Mourinho right now
Do,
doesn't
do
talk
you
as
know
much.
why he stopped talking too much? Do you know why he stopped talking like that? Because
Tell me.
failure cut him up. You understand? He was talking a lot. So when he now tried to yap a man who is more stronger than him, both spiritual and physical, who is Arsene Wenger gave him a word and said, "Let's see how this statement will help you." From that season upward, he started messing up. Nothing good have ever come out of him. So since that time, he has gone to the shelf. That is why he's not talking much. He's so proud, even while he doesn't know much.
Hi, hi, Chelsea fans. This fight is not only my fight. Come and come and pounce on Englishman. I'm opening the comment section. Open YouTube, Instagram, wherever it is. Come and hit this guy. You cannot be attacking our Jose Mourinho, the special one, in this manner. No, Englishman, I won't have that from you. All right, but what's happening in the game? Let's go back to the game. We'll come back to Jose Mourinho and of
Okay,
course
okay.
the Chelsea legacy he left back there before he left the club. All right, of course, I'm still looking at the 47-minute match. It's still 1-0 Manchester City in the lead. Chelsea, yes, trying to play good brand of football, but of course they are not playing it to win Leicester. Like I said, if you want to win a Guardiola, even before the Arteta started winning Guardiola, the Arteta you make mention of, before he started winning Guardiola, it wasn't a walk in the park.
No.
Guardiola really schooled him. So some people started saying he didn't finish his internship, his industrial training with Guardiola.
That's
That's why
exactly what I'm
Guardiola,
telling you.
you
Guardiola
understand?
is still good. Yeah.
But it took him a while. And he finally got a hold of how to play a
Yes.
Guardiola and the Man City. Yes, I agree that my Arteta is there right now, but most of this could, like Enzo Maresca, regardless of how good his brand of football is, you cannot be meeting a Guardiola in modern day football and you want to win him instantly. I do not think it works that way. It's going to take him a lot of time, of course, to build the team, and of course put some one or two whatever in place, then put some stability, because over time, as a Chelsea fan, I'm speaking as a Chelsea fan, I'm not speaking as a field footballer. Chelsea has really not been, of course, they've not been who they are supposed to be, or who they claim
Who
they
are they?
are.
Who are they? Even in the past,
Chelsea
who are Chelsea?
are the champions of England, all right, a number of times, right? Chelsea are FA Cup holders in England a couple of times in the last 1-2 decades. Chelsea are Premier League holders in a couple of 1-2 decades. Chelsea are Champions League holders in the last decade. Chelsea have won twice. So I'm just trying to reply to what you mean by who are
Do
they?
you know
Because
that
I see envy.
the football is meant
I
for
see
entertainment?
envy in that your talk. And you are
No,
trying
no.
to stamp Uzogbo. You hate Chelsea, and it's obvious.
It's
I
not
see it
about
with
it.
your
I
eyes,
didn't hate
Englishman.
Chelsea. Look at the problem here. Chelsea as a team, yeah, doesn't play entertainment. Football is sports meant for entertainment. Okay,
No.
it's not of
Football is
it.
not entertainment. Football is
It's
sports.
not of
Football is
entertainment.
respect. No, football is for sports. Sports must not be. Did you watch Olympics?
No,
Do you know
I
there's so
said,
many games
I,
that you could ask
watch my
yourself,
statement.
waiting be this
Watch
one?
my
This
statement.
one
I said
na
football.
sports.
I said football is sports made for entertainment. Watch my statement the way it's going.
Okay.
You can't take entertainment away from football and sports. Okay, if not, nobody will be watching it. Nobody will be interested to watch it because you need to exert a lot of energy while
So
doing sport.
until people do tiki taka before you call it entertainment. Someone
That
cannot
is
play
part of it.
defensive.
That is why those ingredients are there. Those dribbling,
Also,
those
you know
passing,
ingredients.
those.
If our coach, Super Falcons coach, the ex Super Eagles rather, the ex Super Eagles coach, that took us to AFCON final and could not play defensive football. If he could play defensive football like a Mourinho, we would have won that AFCON title, true or false. But no, he wanted to play defensive, but he did not understand the nitty-gritty of playing a defensive pattern football, and we lost woefully. As a matter of fact, against Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, Nigeria did not even play anything because we did not play
Chelsea that
defense well. We did not play
every team
attack well.
supported
Or when you carry
every
at
time.
all, we are just there, flat.
Those guys, their fans will even make you to not to dislike the team totally, because this team you are talking about is a team where even Man City fans, Arsenal fans, everybody supported them to even win the first Champions League. Well, immediately they won it, they started talking nonsense, making different kind of, even when they didn't play anything in those competitions. If you see that they didn't do anything there, but because of the spirit behind the support everybody is giving them from Premiership, you understand, they were able to get to that, claim that position. They didn't even acknowledge that, and they are everywhere making noise and fighting and doing all the childish things that you can talk of. You understand? I understand that. Anyway, let me not talk much on that here because they are not team to reckon with. You
English.
can.
I will leave. I will leave some of your talk. Like I said, you are speaking from a point of pain and anger. You hate Mourinho and you hate Chelsea.
I
Yes.
didn't hate
No,
Chelsea.
no, it's okay. No, you don't need to hide it. I've always known you. You are not someone that puts pancake to they rub cosmetic to face. You will come out as a big talker, and I like it like that. All right, but don't you don't need to try to
No,
be
no.
a
The
bit.
word, the word they are using, the
You
word they are
hate
using is
Chelsea and
not
you
a
hate
good one.
Mourinho.
You can
Agree.
say I dislike Chelsea, I dislike Mourinho, but don't use that word to hate. Don't just remove hate because if you say
Okay.
hate, that means I can
Okay.
actually buy any of them.
Okay. So you anyways, they've gone to halftime right now.
Yes,
And
yes,
I
exactly.
noticed Chelsea were trying to play good football.
No, they
However,
were see how they are jumping up and down, trying
no,
to fall
no, see, you
inside 18.
that is why I said you need to give these guys time to key in, right? Chelsea has been unstable. You know what we call unstable gases back then, in the days of chemistry. We are talking of the xeon, the crayon, and the all those unstable gases, right? That is like how
Yeah.
Chelsea right now. They've been unstable for a couple of years since the takeover from Abramovich. Their era has seen nothing but false promises, false style of football. Very very easy way of changing managers. We've seen Potter. We've seen Enzo Maresca right now. But then we even saw Pochettino. Like in the space of 2 years, we've seen about 5 managers or thereabout. That's not good for a football club, even for an experienced football club like a Chelsea. That is not good, and that has affected their performance. I myself am a Chelsea fan, but since the takeover from Abramovich, since the era of Mikel Obi, Drogba, and the ACN and the rest of them, even the Jose Mourinho that you hate so much, since that era phased out, I've really been a fair weather Chelsea fan. Meaning, if Chelsea lose or they no lose or they win, I go see chop food. I'll see chop my chicken. I'll see enjoy myself. But back in the days of Lampard, ACN, Mikel, the Anelka of the walls and all those guys, Makalele and the rest of them. That year, if Chelsea lose, I still no chop, and I go dey vex. So right now, am I a Chelsea fan? Yes, I am, but maybe not 100% in right now because things have changed, right? We are not,
Because you
even
are not a
we
good
Chelsea
fan.
fans, we are not proud of what is happening. And why we are not proud is not because the team is not playing well. No, even when we were proud, even when we were Mourinho's time, Mourinho sometimes do not play well, but we were there, right? We were there. Through thick and thin, we were there. When they changed to content, we were still there, right? But what we are saying is why most of us are not really concerned about Chelsea too much, right? Necessarily myself, I'll speak for myself, is the management decisions. See, regardless of how you think about it, this
See,
is football is
do
an
you
emotional.
know when
I will
you
not
people
allow
will
some
start
people
doing
sitting
well?
in Stamford Bridge to be making decisions that will affect my mood, that will affect my eating culture, that will affect my life pattern. No, now people they commit suicide now. Hear people will die for AFCON.
That is why you are a fan. If you're a good fan, you're supposed not to
Call
be
me a
eating when
bad
Chelsea is
fan. Call
losing.
me a bad. Just if I'm a
As they
good
are
fan.
losing now, you're not supposed
Have
to be
I ever
happy.
told you I'm a good fan? I'm the one telling you right now I'm not a good fan.
You're a bad
No,
fan.
call me a bad fan. I collect.
So
But as long as being a bad fan will allow me eat well, I go chow well, I
is
go do all
is
right.
is not admit he's not supposed to eat well. He's not supposed to do the competition there is when if you are losing, you don't eat well, you are unhappy. You understand? You do
Osimhen,
every yes, you show the anger. You need to be aggrieved. You need to be he needs to show it. That is the ideology. That is the thing. Let it be competitive. Understand? So if you are telling me that you now eat well, that means you are not supporting the team in the spirit. You understand? And
Ah,
in truth. So
ah.
you need to support the team very well by
So
showing that
so
you
I
are
so
unhappy.
so I should not eat because nah wow English man.
Do you know that some people go as far as doing fasting and prayer for their teams?
You go to do fasting and prayer because you want this thing. Is that not why you're doing fasting and prayer?
Then I want what?
You're doing fasting and prayer because you some people they bet put now.
No, okay, no, not in that aspect actually. But of course, when I'm always happy to see that my team is winning. I'm always happy to see Pep winning all the time because he's a good coach, he's a good manager. He knows what why. You understand? You will see the football and you'll be happy that you are watching it, you are seeing it. Okay, it's not just like other people trying to make football look like a real war where they are fighting war. You know,
Mm.
like that name that you are mentioning, Mourinho and the rest of them. So football should be entertaining. It should be a good one that after watching you will be able to sleep well. Not the one
Yes.
you will watch and you will be dreaming where you are fighting or fighting
Mm.
war where they want to kill you or when someone is trying to strangle you. That is the kind of game Mourinho coaches for his
Mm.
team. So, and
Mm.
that is why I dislike him totally. I love people that bring tactics inside football, bring different kind of skillful players, dribbling, those things that are there, the overheads, those things that are there to make it look good and entertaining. When you see it, then still win. That is when you are doing the right job. Okay, not from nowhere. You have never played football before, nothing. You just come and all your game is only defensive and looking for one man that have one kind of strength or from one pack like that, like Drogba them, to be vulcanizing everybody to score goal, and you say you have played football. They will just throw ball for the person, and the person will be fighting and hitting everybody and use one head or one leg just like that and drag ball. That is why somebody like this guy cannot come to Arsenal and play with Arteta. What is that Nigerian guy that you called now?
Osimhen.
uh, Osimhen. You understand? It's not Osimhen is now fighting in football. Football is not about fighting. You have to have strength, quite alright, but when you show a lot of strength without any better skillful stuff or brainy thing, it doesn't make sense. Arteta cannot go for such a player. I'm sorry to tell you. You
No,
understand? So
but it was official now. Chelsea made bid for him now.
Chelsea will always make bid for such a player because that is kind of player that will fit into Chelsea where they are fighting war, rim of war. You understand? Hitting people. So he can come there. Of course, I know they will always make an open bid for such a player. That is where he fits. He can go there. He's a good one.
I love your hatred for Chelsea. As a matter of fact, your hatred for Chelsea. Anyways, for our fans online, of course, this is halftime, and Manchester City is leading Chelsea 1-0. But then I'm having a very difficult time here in the studio with Englishman because Englishman is not just a football fan. He's not just a guy that loves good football. Englishman is not just a Man City fan, and of course, I know somewhere he loves Arsenal too. Um, but Englishman is a man that dislikes Chelsea, and he dislikes Jose Mourinho and all the legacy he built, at Chelsea. So I am really finding it hard. So fans, please come to my aid. Unu
He-
gbatara m ọsọ enyemaka. This guy, this guy has an intention to ruin Chelsea's legacy right before my face, and I'm actually finding it difficult, here in the studio with him. But then I love it. I love people who hate things or who dislike things in his language, and he dislikes things, and of course he's not apologetic about it. He just doesn't like the brand of football Chelsea is playing. But now let's look at what these guys are doing. Let's focus right now on these guys. So we've seen the young stars Chelsea have brought forward. The Enzo, the likes of the Enzos, the Ugochukwu. I think he's already probably planning a loan move to Southampton. Uh, uh, the Castedos and the rest of the Palmers and the rest of them. Now there's a new coach. So I'm looking at two factors. In my head, I still feel like these guys, they are world class players, yes, but they are not there. They are not there, literally. All right. I can talk about Mancityfc and Chelseafc. Mancityfc is a very good club. But
It will be coming on very soon. We are at the half time, waiting for the second half of the game to start.
I can
Okay, it's
talk.
here right now.
I don't come back, but make I just hold on a bit.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm back.
Hmm.
I'm back like I never left. So, like I said, I'm looking at this team. The boys have not blended.
Yeah.
The boys have not blended. And it's a problem for me as a Chelsea fan.
Hmm.
I'm also thinking they are too young.
Okay.
It's not like Man City are old or Arsenal players are old, but there's just something not clicking about these boys. And Pochettino was trying to put them together before. Like I said, that's why I am not really a Chelsea fan, because there are management decisions made in Chelsea that I don't understand. And the common man, if you're also following a Mikel Obi's Obi-Wan podcast, he said it too, that he does not understand what they are doing in that Chelsea management board and their meetings. There are decisions that does not make sense to the common man, and I was happy hearing that from him, because that also reflects my opinion. I don't understand what is wrong with Chelsea. I don't understand the kind of decisions they make. You buy a player that is not even close to world class. You are buying him for 50 something million pounds. I don't understand. Is Chelsea now a poultry to be rearing young chicks?
Thank you. You are not even, you are using the wrong words. You understand? You can say it's just now motor park place where you come and park all the hoodlums, and all the touts in the garage. You understand that kind of a thing. Then we can all discuss. So it's not about poetry. So, but nevertheless, these things are the same thing I was saying to you. You know, the person that destroyed this foundation was Mourinho in Chelsea. The pattern of game he brought in, you understand. Every other coach that are coming are confused, and meanwhile they are not up to that level to reshuffle and understand that every player have somebody that he can be compatible with. When you are buying a player, have you watched all the players how they play? When what you should know about, like me now, I'm not just a football fan. You understand? I'm equally a coach. Of course, my history about football and some other things that I do
Mm.
when it comes to sports. Now, there are things that you do, not just knowing the tactics or knowing that, okay, I can draw formation, I can do this, like we said initially. First of all, when you're watching a player play, watch the kind of game he plays. You understand? In your subconsciousness, determine the kind of players that will be compatible with him inside the field. Okay, now if you have about 5 of them inside the field, inside the pitch, and probably you need compatibility, you need some as in simulation whereby they can work together. You understand that kind of thing. Do you know that you can get one player that will make 5 different players that are not working well to start working well? One player that you get and put inside of them, you understand, that player will put the connection inside the pitch, and they will be doing well. It might be number 4, a defensive midfielder. It might be a major supporting attacker. You understand?
Yes.
You understand what I mean? So, but these things are not easy to determine. Not every coach have these things. That is where you give it to somebody like Arteta and this man and Pep Guard in Man City. Pep Guard is the best when it comes to this. Let me tell you, if Pep Guard comes to Chelsea today, everything will change and you see them playing good football. What he just needs is just to remove 1 or 2 players from there and get 1 or 2 and put there, and you see the whole game will change.
So in your opinion, Chelsea, Victor Osimhen fits Chelsea's pattern of football? True or false?
You know, they are dumping all of them. They see what they are doing to him in Napoli.
English
So
man.
they are dumping them in Chelsea. It's just where they dump refuse.
Chelsea's pattern of football, true or false?
As a refuse dump, yes, true.
What do you mean by as a refuse dump? We are talking of one of the world's best strikers in the world, Victor Osimhen.
Who told you
African best player. No. You have to put respect. No.
Who told that Osimhen is the best striker in the world?
Victor Osimhen right now, as it stands, is the African best player. So what do you mean
by who made him that? How? Because of African football? If you want to count football, you count African football.
In FIFA ranking, he's the current 8th best player in the world. So it's not about Africa, it's not about CAF.
You will not understand.
FIFA rated him the 8th in the world.
Do you know the politics inside football? Do you know why they rate some of Africans to come close? Because they know that Africans watch these things a lot, especially Nigerians. Okay, so in order to bring that media, finance and all those things, just to make it, they have to rate somebody. They have to do these things. That is the politics in game.
Englishman, right? You dey bust my head. Please, all our fans all over the world, please come around to my rescue. This guy is making me run sick. All right, I think the match has started. Yes. And we are going back right now. As it stands now, remember I said it's still 1-0. Manchester City are leading Chelsea, and of course, I'm going to ignore everything Englishman has said today, because I'm a focused man, right? I don't love people who say things and they are ignoring facts and they are saying facts is politics. I don't understand when Africa started making politics in world football. We are actually the underdog.
No, not Africa. Not he called FIFA. FIFA is world. Politics started from there. So anything that doing for Africa is just to make them belong.
To put this in context, Osimhen last season or last 2 seasons, because we are talking about the season that made him the 8th best in the world, because they've not done the rating for this current season that just finished. He was the top goal scorer in Napoli. He made Napoli win the Scudetto in Italian league. He made them go a bit far in the Champions League. Yeah, I think they got to the quarterfinals and all that, or quarter or semi. So you cannot say Victor Osimhen he used politics to become 8th in the world. Or
you say he made them.
No, it was voted by every national coach.
If he is a good player, they will not be talking about loaning him. Do you know they want to loan him? Napoli want to loan him.
No. This is another discussion, but I will leave that. I need to enlighten you on what's happening on Victor Osimhen. It's not a matter of loan. They are loaning him because clubs are not financially buoyant enough, and of course we have the financial fair play situation that is in the English Premier League. They can't really buy him out right now, so they're having issues. That's why they are trying to do go for Lukaku. And of course, give them balance as regards Napoli's deal with Chelsea. Yes, I wanted to do a podcast as regards that situation because Chelsea needs Victor Osimhen. Napoli's new head coach, Antonio Conte, needs Lukaku because Lukaku has been working with him for so many years. He was with Lukaku in Chelsea, he was with Lukaku in Inter Milan, and they did a lot of good things at Inter Milan. Of course, you know the Inter Milan, the Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez combination that gave them the Scudetto. I mean, Inter Milan when Conte was there at the helm of affairs. So these are the reasons that Conte feels he loves that bulky kind of Lukaku kind of play. He doesn't want to. He prefers, and you cannot have a Lukaku and have an Osimhen, and you are starting a Lukaku ahead of Osimhen. It's almost like it's an error and a sin against football. Because right now in world football, you
all of them have the same pattern. They are the same thing, but I think
no,
have more
strength. Lukaku is bulky. No. You can so Conte needs bottom line before we get back to the match. Conte needs a Lukaku, and Chelsea needs an Osimhen. But Osimhen, of course, is coming with a price tag 3 times thereabout bigger than Lukaku's price tag. So they are trying to do balance brought down and carried forward, balancing their balance, because of course they are also trying to obey the financial fair play rules in the English Premier League. And that's why they are saying, okay, if Osimhen go for a loan, because they're looking at also the amount they are buying. Of course, look at the guys they are buying in the market now, 60, 70, 80. Osimhen is 130 million. Is that money no be? It's not. Let's call a spade a spade. You can only buy a Haaland, or you can only buy.
These are just hypes.
Right now, either a Haaland or an Mbappe or a Vinicius Junior that you can buy with that amount. And the clubs that can afford that kind of money, of course, look at them now. Chelsea right now, if it was in days of Abramovich, I would have said, okay, we used to buy with sense. Now, they would rather buy small children, put them in a poultry. Stamford Bridge is not a poultry where they rear young chicks. And we can see it in this match. Currently, Man City is leading Chelsea at the bridge, and they are still dominating. They are still playing Chelsea, and Chelsea is chasing the ball. Of course, Doku, Kai. Who knew that when Cancelo left, they would get a better wing back player? Of course, I'm talking of Doku. That guy is just so good. He's just that Guardiola just makes me feel like if Guardiola start to quarrel with you, he already has a plan to replace you. That Guardiola, that guy na thief. I'm sure as a matter, it's not like I don't hate him, but for me anyway, let's leave my opinion that it doesn't count right now. All right, yeah, he's a good guy, and of course losing Cancelo was not bad because he gave them Doku. They wouldn't have seen this guy in the market, or they would have if they did not lose Cancelo. And Doku is giving Man City extra bite. He's giving them extra force. That unseen force. Yes, Doku gives it to them. He's strong in defense, he's good in attack, he's good in countering, he's a dribbler of the ball, he puts the ball in his feet and all that. So the guy is that Doku is massive. Doku is massive. Right now, if you are looking at world football, so the next Ballon d'Or after this one, the next one, they should put in a Doku in that conversation. They should put a Doku in the next Ballon d'Or conversation, but not in this one, or maybe the next one, because the guy is a beast. He's a beast. We don't give him enough props because so the likes of Haaland, they just stay there and score the goals, slot the goals, and the rest of it. But Doku joins defense, he joins attack, he joins midfield. He's just all over from what I'm seeing, he's all over the pitch. But now let's look at how these guys. So you can see even a De Bruyne or any of them in the midfield, they just know that ball to Doku will go front. Because unless you want to use two players to tackle him, if it's 1-to-1, Doku will always overcome. So when they pass the ball to Doku, they know that ball will finally get to Haaland somehow.
Some matches Pep usually bring him at second half. But do you know why he started this one? Because Chelsea is a football kind of game. So he needs somebody that have strength like them. That is why he started him. And what's the kind of thing he's doing?
Well, you may have a point. Chelsea is a good team, right? They may not just be the team. As a matter of fact, we're thinking this Chelsea will play without the Bernardo Silvas, the De Bruynes in this match, but they brought everybody.
Why would you be thinking that? Are Chelsea players not men enough? Why would you be wishing that they should drop people?
As a matter of fact, Englishman, you need to calm down. It's still 1-0. It's not like there's a whitewashing happening here. No, there's no
And you see
whitewashing.
one, you see 1-0,
But,
so
but we are
that
just seeing.
do you know why? Do you know why Man City don't want to win chess so much? Because if they win chess so much, other teams will go and prepare and wage war for them, maybe at the defense and all those things. So they want to deceive people and play this kind of game so that it will look so easy for other teams to now come. They will now be diminishing you people small small. And towards the mid end of the Premiership, they will now start giving 5-0, 10 like usual. But if they start giving it now, people will go and prepare very well. You understand? So they are using. He's a tactician. Just watch what he's doing. He planned this thing. He doesn't want to win chess much. You understand? Just watch it.
See, regardless of how you feel, you need to understand in this current Chelsea team, we have World Cup winners here. We have Olympic medalists here. All right. Enzo was a guy behind Argentina's win. And even in their Copa America, yes, we're still talking about the same thing. Copa America players, winners.
How many balls have you touched in this game?
So, no, but we need to see. No, so I'm saying this is so that you don't say Chelsea is one feeble team and Man City are trying to
That
not
is the
so perform.
problem.
No,
I just
Man
told you
City.
something. I said if had even Pep is here in Chelsea, you will see that one or two things might turn around for good. But because of Chelsea pattern and the way they have lived their
Don't
life,
worry.
they
That is
are
why they
troubled.
brought. That is why they brought in an Enzo, Englishman. That's why Chelsea brought in an Enzo. The only pain is we felt they would have left a Poch for a longer time. You don't test a coach in one season and a coach that is trying to, and of course, look at the players he had last season. We didn't have the Nkunku of this world because he was just injured. James was not there, always injured. And of course, James has even gotten injury again before the season started. And so these are the reasons. Chilwell was nowhere to be found, always injured. So Chelsea's team last season, all the players that can make a difference in the team were all injured. And Poch still managed to use this team to play good fancy football for even the Chelsea fan. Yet he was sacked at the end of the season. And you are bringing an Enzo Maresca because you feel like Enzo plays good football. All right. There are also people that say Enzo has worked with Pep. He has also worked with Pep sometime back then. So maybe, just maybe, we saw the gimmicks, we saw those things he did in Leicester City that made them win the division. So of course, the championship. We saw the Pep kind of play, and maybe that's why Chelsea went to get this guy, and they did away with Pochettino against the wish of most of Chelsea fans, like myself. Management decisions going wrong. So Christian, I think Ukuku is leaving the field right now. I'm
Yeah.
seeing him, he's leaving. And who is coming in? Who is coming in? Who is coming in? Nkuku is going out in the 58th minute and they are bringing in Pedro Neto. All right,
Neto.
so
Yeah.
that Neto is like we said, is just another good player, but not world class. Chelsea is known to be having world class players, but that has fallen short. They've fallen short of everything in the few couple of years.
Maybe you don't have money to pack those people like Mourinho usually do when
There's one other nonsense guy they went to buy a midfield or so. So that's what even in Mikel that's what he was saying. Look at the money for this Pedro Neto. Look at the money for this guy. See, you can couple this money and you will buy. See, Chelsea needs a 0.9. You can see they are just playing. Jackson is a good player, but we will not compare Jackson and Osimhen. All right, Jackson. Osimhen is a fighter. Osimhen has the energy. Has
He's
the
a
skill.
fighter, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he's a fighter, and he will suit Chelsea. Jackson, it looks like a striker that, of course, will
But
be like
Osimhen is still coming, right?
backup striker. Huh?
He will still come.
We Chelsea fans, we are hopeful that Osimhen will come and make a difference in this team. If not, this Chelsea team will just be like team of Cucurelas. When they
But
say team of Cucurelas, that
I pray he doesn't come because his career will be ruined.
your prayer will not work. And why he will come is because they have a coach that has a brand of football. You know, Chelsea, even in the days of Sarri ball, and see, Chelsea have gotten some things right, but see Doku, you can see Doku, see Doku, see Doku.
See the strength now.
You see where Doku, I said, if they are
Hey,
talking of Ballon d'Or, put Doku in that conversation from next upper Ballon d'Or. That guy is, defenders
he
don't
has
really
a
get
Jory.
to, they don't
Yeah,
get enough looking when they are talking of Ballon d'Or because you're just looking at the person scoring too many goals. You're looking at Vinny Jr., you're looking at Bellingham. Bellingham, yes, a very fine player, but look at this Doku guy now. So if you're talking of, what best, why are you not putting, even if he doesn't win the Ballon d'Or, but why is he not in that discussion? His dribbles, he has speed, he has finesse,
he
he's a
has
defender,
everything. Yeah,
he has everything. And I think he's just the deep breaker for Man City right now because De Bruyne is getting old. He may not really have that
mm.
whole energy and to be making all those. He can, yes, he can still make those pinpoint passes, but the team will not begin to lag. Just like you fielding me in a team when I was 20 something year old,
Mm.
or now fielding me when I'm now, in these ages. You don't expect me to have the same kind of vision and skill and the rest of them. All
Mm.
right. Hey, Chelsea almost got a goal right now with Jackson.
They are just
Chelsea,
fighting.
yes, they
They are
almost
just fighting
got
as
it.
usual. But it's a good one. Let them continue fighting. At the
Yes,
end
Chelsea,
of it,
they are fighting. Right now. I think Chelsea is trying to make a statement.
no, it's not about making a state. I just told you what Guardiola is trying to do. He's trying to play in people's intelligence, especially coaches. So he has told his players not to show them much persistency and much pressure in order to win them so much. All those. So they are now slack back a little just to give them way. You know, Chelsea now will think that they have team with this thing they are doing. They now go and meet all that small teams and they will just hit them normally. You understand that kind of thing. So Ajo is a wicked person. He doesn't want them to know. You might even be surprised that he might even tell them allow them to score. So just watch what is happening.
This Englishman, Englishman, you are lucky. You are where you are. If to like say you did this studio with me, I'm from Kanye Plank. This guy, you need serious beating. No Englishman, you need serious beating. Now, you Englishman, you need to be careful. I am the anchor of this show, one, and two, because I am a Chelsea fan. You need to give Chelsea respect. You don't respect me. You see finish fine. Disrespect me, but do not disrespect Chelsea. As long as she's sitting on this seat, these things you are saying
You're even
about
making a
football.
mistake. I
Some
don't
of our
know.
fans are Chelsea fans. How do you want them to feel? What are
I
you
don't
saying?
understand. Wait first. If you have said I should respect you as a friend, you understand. It
No,
will
not
even be more
respect me.
better.
Respect
No,
Chelsea.
don't tell me respect Chelsea. Why you say I should respect Chelsea? It's just a woman being on a cup. I don't understand. What is the meaning of Chelsea?
I can no, but is it that the match I'm seeing, not the match? Chelsea is playing well. They are trying to, even Man City right now. They are feeling
I
the
just
heat.
told you what they told them to do, what they told Man City players to do. Allow them play. Let us see what they can do and let them get it to their head that okay, they can try. You understand that kind of thing? I understand Pep.
Until one goal enter now, your mouth will shut up. One
Pep
goal
is a
is entering
merciful
right now.
player, a merciful coach. I understand what he's doing. No, that's why I said it's even possible that he has told them, allow them to score when it's going down, just to feel among. Because I don't think there's any team that will allow Chelsea to do anything again. Like look at Chelsea, look at the team you are talking about. How many people have they passed that is sweet? Look at the kind of players you are talking about. You see how Man City is touching ball. Do you see their kind of football and game?
Chelsea will not match Man City
Do you
tiki-taka
see the
football.
connection?
No, Chelsea is not meant to match Man City for taka or tiki for tiki. No, that is not the brand of football. Chelsea is playing good football. They have a style. Even in the days of Conte played a 3-5-2. We knew the kind of ball Conte was playing. In the days of Ancelotti in Chelsea, he had a pattern. We call it the Ancelotti diamond. Even till now, I still see him use that diamond in Madrid. Sarri has a Sarri ball. They have their pattern. Mourinho has a pattern, right? Everybody have their pattern. So I do not expect a Chelsea to play in the same form as a Manchester City or a Pep. No. Enzo Maresca has his pattern, and I can see what he's doing. As a matter of fact, I came on this podcast and I registered my displeasure to say I'm not really a proud Chelsea fan right now, because since the takeover of Abramovich, the kingdom of Chelsea has suffered violence, right? And so many teams have taken their pound of flesh from us. Chelsea had so many records. In the days of Mourinho that you hate so much, Chelsea had a lot of records that were not broken, even till Mourinho left. We had records in the bridge. We had so many things we could brag for as Chelsea fans then. But not now. Things have changed. Even now, Wolf catch us now. Wolf beat us 2-0. You know,
not fit. They will beat you 2-0.
You understand? So I'm not. But like I said, I'm not a Chelsea fan. Not because we've been playing badly, no, but because of management decisions that we don't know where they are coming from. Look at this field right now. A whole Chelsea team, I can't even look at one world-class player except a Palmer that is attaining world-class. It's not like Palmer is world-class yet. He is trying to attain it.
So you mean without world-class players, you people cannot play?
No world-class player. I can look at a Man City team. From the tip of my finger, I can call 3 world-class players. Haaland is a world-class striker. De Bruyne is a world-class midfielder. Bernardo Silva is world-class.
How would they become world-class?
Look at their defense. John Stones is world-class. These guys are world-class players. But Chelsea, I can't look at Disbury Hall. Can you imagine? Why would Chelsea be buying a Disbury Hall from Leicester? A Disbury Hall, oh. What did he act? Is it not better Chelsea buy Iheanacho, Kelechi Iheanacho, than to buy Disbury Hall? No disrespect to Disbury Hall. I love him as a player. I told you, because of our Nigerian players in Leicester, I followed Leicester City last season, and I love Disbury Hall.
And you are using Disbury Hall to compare Kelechi Iheanacho. Is that one a footballer?
I will leave that to you. I will not answer that question. You have the right to speak because you are a legit, you are a whatever member of this team. You are here to air your mind. I hold nothing against you, but be careful the way you hate our Nigerian players. You say Kelechi Iheanacho is a senior man, English man.
How? What impact has he made in Nigerian football?
No, if you tell me impact somewhere else, I would have had something to tell. But you cannot say in Nigerian football. Kelechi has given us goals when we needed him. This stuff is not about Kelechi Iheanacho. I will drop it.
Because you mentioned him. You mentioned him, and you should have not mentioned him in such a discussion. Because one is
he was an ex-Leicester City player, and that is where they went to get Disbury Hall from. So I mentioned
Disbury Hall is more better than Kelechi as for now, today.
I would rather have a Kelechi Iheanacho. Yes, I'm saying it again. I would rather have a Kelechi Iheanacho than have a Disbury Hall in my team.
Hey,
why you can
Kelechi? I don't know whether he's now married. Maybe that is what is making him not to have strength again in football, or he's now having numerous girlfriends, or he doesn't used to train again. I don't know his major problem why he doesn't have strength again for football. Watch him now. You see that guy doesn't have strength anymore. What is his problem?
Kelechi, I will defend him just once. Kelechi Iheanacho has never played a speedy football right from the days of under 17 when he even won the best player. He has never played. We've never known Kelechi to be an Osimhen or what's the other guy's name? Chukwueze. No, Kelechi plays.
I never mentioned speed here. Wait, I said strength.
You said strength. Kelechi plays quality football with his left foot. He has a finesse. He has a vision for a pass. He has a coily left foot that can coil ball in the net. He's a good striker by every standard. He's not the fastest of them all, but he's a good player, right? So, but like I said, we'll be having AFCON matches coverage here.
Yes,
so
let me Saka, like for example, that small boy Saka, the star boy in Arsenal.
Saka, yes.
A small boy for that matter. Do you know that Saka is like more than 5 meters away from where Kelechi that started ball before him is now?
Football is not by who starts first now.
Now, thank you, but that's not what I'm saying now. Saka has that much speed in his game? Is it not the same left? Is it not the same type of passes and covering and all those that you're talking about? Why couldn't Kelechi do even half of what Saka is doing?
No, Kelechi will do half of what Saka is doing. I
It's
beg to
not true.
differ.
It's not
Kelechi
true.
will do half of what Saka is doing. And if
It's
you want to
not true.
compare Saka in the national team, compare Saka with a Chukwueze. Don't be comparing. Kelechi is not a. Kelechi is either an 8 or a 9. But he can play a false 9 and can play a 10. Saka is
You
an
can put Saka.
out
You can put Saka those places you
winger.
mentioned, even 8. Saka
Of,
played 8 in Arsenal
even
and he performed well.
even if you put Saka in defense, his leg will not break. He will still play. But we are we are
That is
talking
what I'm
of
saying.
where
It's
you play players.
that about strength and here? Because if you have here, you don't have strength to do it. Nothing, you can't play anything. You can't do anything.
Okay, let's leave Kelechi Iheanacho. Let's go back. It seems you know these players quite. Hey, this Doku. In those days, this Doku they suppose don't baje this guy Oku. I miss the days of
Chelsea players.
those Makalele days. They just find the player that is making all the strings and they know what to do. They take him out. But all these ones now, all these players, they fear red card. I feel angry seeing Doku do the things he does. But anyways, when he does it against my club Chelsea, anyway, so we need to put facts on paper. But are you now saying that a Disbury Hall? Because I know you love Arsenal, you love Manchester City. Are you saying you would buy a Disbury Hall in your team as it stands now?
Not that I will buy him in my team as it stands now. You understand? But what I'm arguing is when I heard you mention a pepper like Kelechi, a green pepper like Kelechi. You understand? So that what annoyed me. Maybe had it been you have called somebody else, maybe I said, okay, it's just like I prefer to person more than I would say you are calling a human being that plays football now. You understand? So, but the Hall is not that too bad. Okay, it's just that the Leicester that he is, players like Kelechi wasn't helping matters. So he's just like one person. A tree cannot make a forest. That is the problem the Hall was facing in Leicester City. Okay, so but now that he's in Chelsea, I think just give him time, you'll see him perform. I believe so.
You don't see Chelsea finish. So you are trying to say Disbury Hall. Okay, from what you are saying, Disbury Hall used to be a very good player and he could not do things in Chelsea in Leicester because a three could not make a foul. Meaning Disbury Hall is that three. As a professional player, in your opinion, rate Disbury Hall over 10.
Like if I should rate him based on recent performance,
since he's a player, in your
he's
opinion,
a good player. But if I should rate him based on the performance, and because your performance equally it depicts your team interest on you and what their impact on you equally increase or decrease your performance. You know that one, right?
This Englishman, you go need plank. Rate as Disbury Hall is a player, whether he's playing in Leicester or playing anywhere, based on skill, performance, what he played last season or 2 seasons ago. Exactly. Rate him as a player.
Okay, I'll just give him 6.
6.
Yes, above average.
Fine. That 6 you gave him, you actually being very, very, very kind.
Why I have to give him 6? It's not that he performs so incredible, so well, like that. You understand? But because of the kind of team he's coming out from and their impact on him, making him not to do as much as supposed to do.
Good. That brings us to the discussion of if you are rating a Disbury Hall in 6 over 10, why will Chelsea go and buy a player, in your opinion, that is 6 over 10 rating?
Because Chelsea is an average club. It's not a club to reckon with.
Well, I agree with you. For once on this show, I am agreeing with you, Englishman. As it stands now, Chelsea is an average club. Because only an average club that will go and be buying a Disbury Hall.
Exactly.
That you got come and do what? Now that's
Yeah.
what we are saying. You are buying a Disbury Hall, you are buying a Pedro Neto for what? Are these players, since they entered this game now, it has not changed anything. Man City is still dominating the game, he's still holding possession. These guys just enter just to warm their leg and earn good money.
Man City don't want to score goals. See what they are doing. They are even passing the ball, going back. They are not pressurizing much.
Chelsea is playing
Exactly what
now.
I told
Chelsea
you.
is
Pep
playing
told them.
defense.
Told them not to do much on these people, these boys. By now, they could have been disgracing them with so many goals. I'm telling you the fact. I understand this Pep so much. I know my guy. He has told his players, take it easy on these guys. Don't show or go and break your legs because these guys can easily be targeting your legs and leave football. Hmm? I understand what he told them. Look at what they are doing. Look at what they are doing. Even with 1-0. You are watching it. It's just easy to.
You just hate Chelsea. You hate Chelsea and you are not ashamed of it, you are not remorseful, you are unapologetic, and of course it is your opinion, and I am glad to hear you say the things you say against a darling Chelsea team.
Because
In my opinion, Chelsea had no reason going for what's his name? Pedro Neto. We have no reason going for Neto. We had no reason at all going for a Disbury Hall, even if he scores in this game.
yes,
Even if he scores in this game. And that, like, this is not to say Disbury Hall is a bad player. No. Disbury Hall is a very, very, very good player. But is he adding value to the Chelsea lineup? No. Is he adding value to the Chelsea team? No.
anyway, let us
Is
not
he,
go into that. Let us not say that
in
because
terms of rating and
this
ranking,
is
is he a Chelsea player? No. So why are
it's
you
just
buying
first
a
match, first match of the Premiership. Let us not just conclude. He might turn around tomorrow to be
so
another.
make we come, let's use prayers now. That's what you are saying. So the ones he has played in Leicester City that we know him for, and let's ignore those records and hope that magic happens or prayer from above anoints him and he will now
Uh,
become the superstar. That's what you are saying. Anyways, like I said, you will never wish Chelsea well because you don't like Chelsea, right? But this is why some of us as a Chelsea fans are angry with the club. And that's why we are no longer supporting Chelsea with our heart and our mind because we are not seeing those management decisions favoring us. We are not seeing them putting. See, for someone like me, imagine if I'm at the helm of affairs in Chelsea. Osimhen's deal would have been long gone. I would rather have 15 to 20 players that are world class than be having all these chiki, all these cucurellas. Let's call it that way. All these cucurellas cooking on the rallying on inside the Chelsea match. Because at the end of the day, like I said, I can't look at the Chelsea team and look at call a world class player. Look at Caicedo, see
Caicedo is a
pass.
world class player. Oh. He's a very good player.
Oh,
It's
what
just that
Caicedo is a good player. There's what we call world class. And I will not define who a world class player is to you, Englishman. You know who world class players are. But because Chelsea is the factor, you want to make the team. You are mocking us indirectly, and I know your tactics. I know you. Caicedo is a good player. He's not a world class player. Enzo Fernandez is a good player. He's not a world class player.
huh?
The only player that is world class and he has not attained world class yet is Palmer.
That is what you say.
So what we are now saying is, for a club like Chelsea, with the whole rich owners and the whole history we built over time, a club that have one of the best Premier League strikers in the world of all time, Didier Drogba, a club that has hosted one of the best midfielders in the world, even as we speak, a Kante. We've had an ACM, we had a Makalele that he was named after that position, defensive midfield. We've had a John Terry, which is one of the best defenders of all
Defenders.
time. We've had a Lampard, one of the
You
best
have a
attacking
check.
midfielders of all time, and one of the best midfielders of all time. Like I said, we can go on and on and on.
You have a check that was one of the best.
Thank you very much, a Peter Cech, that was one of the best keepers of all. So we are saying Chelsea is a team that over time have one of the best players. on world football at that particular
The
time.
world best three who came
World
from
best, you
Arsenal.
talk of Ashley Cole.
Ashley Cole.
You can remember these players because you know that somehow I know you love Arsenal and they've played for Arsenal, so you can connect. That's why you're remembering them now.
And Fabregas that from Arsenal and equally gave you people.
Good. So that's what we are saying. So right now, it's not like Chelsea is broke. We have rich owners. So why are we now going for players that are in the league of Tottenham? Tottenham even gets power. We are going for players that are in the league of Wolves, Reading, Southampton. These are the kind of players that they should be talking. No, but Chelsea have, we have the clout, the reputation to keep. So why are you not signing an Osimhen? You are going to buy a Disbury Hall. I understand that some of this, this club they have what they call local content. Of course, you know what local content is. And they should have a certain minimum number of English players in their team and all that. So you have to. It's not. It is a must because English boys need to chop, whether they are good or they are not good, whether they are left or they are not break. They go need to. It's their country. The league belongs to the English. So I understand that whole sentiment that regardless of what you think of any other player, they need to fill that minimal slot assigned to English players in every team in the Premier League and even in the division to the championship. They need to fill those slots. Yes, I agree. Maybe that's why they are going for all these other, second-class players. But then, even in the days of the Chelsea, the era we've just mentioned, the Drogba and the rest of them, they still had those players that were making up for the minimal number of English players. They still had them.
Yeah.
But they still have the world-class players. Right now, Chelsea, where are our world-class players? None. Zero.
Clap for yourselves.
We cannot clap. So that
no,
is
it's an achievement. It's part of history. Either wrong, right,
Chelsea players
bad or
are.
good.
Why would somebody be telling me that you are going to buy a Disbury Hall, you are going to buy a Pedro Neto, you are going to buy all these players? You already have seen the Pedro Neto guy, cannot even catch ball. And then you have in your midfield, you have a Caicedo that you bought from Brighton. That when they bought Caicedo, he was not a good player. He was just an average player. He came to Chelsea. We said, okay, he's going to come and sit down and become a Makalele. He will sign. We've seen him now. Now they are trying to make a Caicedo play above his limit. The guy no good like that, but he's trying. And Enzo too, he's trying. The Argentine team are good and everybody's playing for each other. That's why they're able to get what they. But it's not like Enzo single him out. He's not a world-class player. So now that you have a chance to get a world-class striker, and at least let it be on record that you have a world-class player, which is Victor Osimhen.
But let's divert this way. Let's compare this team and Chelsea team. Watch that Arsenal team and watch Chelsea team. In Arsenal team, who will you call a world-class player there? And watch what they have done in the last 2 seasons and how they have played. Who will you call a world-class player there?
With the
Chelsea team.
They say no. With the Arsenal team, right? Odegaard is world-class.
From when and who made him?
He's a maestro. He's world-class. I don't even know from when to when. Martin Odegaard is a world-class midfielder. If I have an Odegaard and I don't have a De Bruyne, I can relax. I can put an Odegaard and a Foden together. Odegaard is world-class now. He makes all the things happen in Arsenal.
Odegaard is world-class. How did he become world-class?
Gabriel Jesus is a world-class player. He may not be the best. You may not be his best form. Man City has scored. Man City has scored, and the person that has scored is our former player, Kovacic.
That couldn't perform in Chelsea.
2-0.
And that couldn't perform in Chelsea. That is this thing I'm telling you. It's about coach. Pep Guardiola is good. Arteta is good.
What are you saying?
You watch it.
Kovacic did well for Chelsea now.
To compare what
your aim is to belittle Chelsea, and I love it, but we need to speak facts.
Kovacic. But it's fact I'm talking about.
No, but Kovacic did well in Chelsea now.
To compare what he's doing in Man City.
What is he doing in Man City? Because he scored goal now.
It's not about because he scored goal now.
Because he scored goal.
No, what
Kovacic they try get shirt. He knows that so many players might not because they have a lot of competitions they are playing, and of course that's buy from um, from Guardiola. This is what we are talking about: good coaches and good teams. Guardiola already knows that Kovacic was a world-class midfielder, even right from when he was in Madrid.
Mm-hmm.
Chelsea bought him, and he did fantastically well for Chelsea.
How? What was the result?
Now, um, Guardiola bought Kovacic because he wanted his team to have more depth.
More depth.
Yes,
That is
because
it. Because
if anything happens to De Bruyne today, the team just looks very shaky. And that's why he bought Kovacic, because one, Kovacic is coming with experience. Kovacic is coming with skill and all. Kovacic is a Croatian now. That guy run things now.
yeah,
Croatia got to the finals in the other World Cup now, last World Cup now. And they got to semi-final in this other. So what are we saying? Kovacic is this world class, right? And Guardiola knew that, okay, even if I buy you, you may not bench a De Bruyne, but at least I know that I don't need to start a De Bruyne all the matches because I will play Champions League, I will play this one, I will play Premier League, I will play FA Cup. I need more players. And
see the way Pep is sitting down, discussing another thing, not even the match. Why the Chelsea coach is running up and down?
Yes, now I'm look at our defense. I'm seeing Gusto. I'm seeing Lavia. I'm seeing, and imagine Lavia. You're playing against a De Bruyne. You're playing against a Kovacic. You're playing tomorrow. Now they will go and put Foden inside here. How do you want to win the team? How do you want to win Man City? Now, Jazz, are you using Juju or something? How? Then look at your attack. Jackson. You want to compare Jackson with a Haaland that will score, that will get 9.5 over 10. And you're putting a Jackson that will probably be like a 5 over 10. So what we are saying is, even the Chelsea, why are you buying mediocre players when you have the money? Get an Osimhen. If I'm putting a Haaland 9 over 10 in striking, I will give an Osimhen 8 over 10.
Yes.
And that's what we are saying. So, and now look at time to get a good player. They are running helter-skelter, having all the whole management board decision, and doing this back and forth. Your opportunity to get a world-class one in Chelsea, one. Chelsea hierarchy, just in case by any reason you come across this our podcast, we are also joining the Mikel Obi-Wan podcast to say, Ogbeni, Oga them, please go. I don't know which other name to call people. Go and get a Victor Osimhen. Stop breaking our heart. We are Chelsea fans. We are Chelsea. We know our level. We know where we dey. Una don break since the day of Abramovich. We don't come down like this. We just go down. Waiting. Yet, end of when they are doing their financial breakdown, you see the amount of money Chelsea, even in this transfer window, have spent. When you see the figures, millions, hundreds of millions of pounds, you are not looking for the players that came with this figure. It's not balancing. Chelsea it's not balancing. Now Man City is leading Chelsea 2-0 in the bridge, right in our home, and Man City is still controlling the game. This is not a matter of blaming coach, and this is what they did to Poch. So you see, you are blaming a Guardiola, you are blaming a Pochettino. When man for man, position for position, you can't even match this Man City team. Then they gave you a transfer window, bringing player, you are bringing a Neto. You are bringing this Brihol.
I love the way he's bringing you guys so much. You see, this one is even matching in. Left ball that you go and tackle and you are tackling somebody's leg. That is the problem with Chelsea.
See Arsenal. See Arsenal defense now. Saliba, they there. People might get players now.
These players who
now main guy for France now.
How were they discovered, and when were they called to their national teams? If I should ask you. Is it not the same Arteta that made them? Every one of them, they are now being called in the national teams.
Even your Ben White was a good player when we even bought him.
Where is Ben White today? What was he doing?
It's English man, you go. What? See, man for man, position for position, Chelsea cannot even match Arsenal as it stands now.
Of course.
So even comparing Chelsea
Let's just
to
conclude that. Let's just
it's a
conclude
far
that Chelsea
cry.
is a cursed team. Let's just conclude that Chelsea is a cursed team. Do you understand?
Hey. Chelsea hierarchy, who did this? Who did this thing to us?
Chelsea is giving me happiness so much. I'm
Why would
happy.
they not give you happiness?
They are giving me. They are giving me. I'm so happy about it with them. They are good people.
He said they are. As a matter of fact, they are the best. They are so nice.
They are so.
they give you 3 points now. Why would you not say they are so nice?
So delicious. Hi. What kind of team is this? I love them so much.
They are a God-fearing team. Very
God-fearing. So much. Very faithful team. Always submit the 3 points. That kind of a thing is a good thing, bro. It's a good thing, bro. Hi. Wow, Chelsea is good, man. Thumbs up.
This is for every Chelsea fan following us. Of course, right now we are in the extra minute. This is the 91st minute. Manchester City is leading 2-0, leading Chelsea at the bridge, and this is the first Premier League game for both teams. Chelsea started off their campaign with a loss. That is not nice. If we are going by history, most times we start with a loss. We don't really end the season very well. But yes, we can pardon them and say, okay, Chelsea is playing in Manchester City, but we are not expecting too much magic. Well, but then what we are just thinking is, I did not expect a Chelsea. See, Palmer now is almost looking like an average player because he's trying to now. The young boy in the Lampard era, Palmer no go even see bench.
Yeah,
that was what happened to.
It's true.
That was what happened to Salah now. That was what happened to De Bruyne, and that's why they left. They were good players, but Chelsea had world class. Even on the bench, they had world class. We had captains of national teams. Even the Mikel Obi was a captain in night. So Chelsea had players. That is why we did very well. But now, look at the whole Chelsea. We are mounting pressure on a small Palmer. That guy is barely 20 years now.
Yes, you're right.
And that is the person we are putting our hope on to be doing magic for us in games. Other teams are putting their hope on experienced players, the De Bruynes of this world, the Virgil van Dijks. We are putting hope on this small boy that is supposed to even still be in under 21 team in Chelsea and be coming up. If not because of how football don't spoil now, Palmer now. Can you imagine? So this is the pain. And we even saw it in English national team. Southgate still had a problem starting Palmer, not because Palmer is not a good player, but for whatever reason, anyways. But that's England's problem. But what we are saying is he's a good player, but he has not attained that world-class status yet. And how will a whole Chelsea Football Club be expecting a Palmer now to become the Messiah? So even if Palmer is the Messiah, he will be a Messiah against Wolves. Against
how many people is he going to play their wing? How many people is he going to play their wings for? A three cannot make a forest. That is the thing.
Before 20 minutes, he has run to wing. He's just trying to now become the Drogba. And he does not have it in him yet. He's still young. Chelsea, bring in a Victor Osimhen. We need Osimhen. Chelsea hierarchy, please. I know you will come across this podcast sometime. Anyhow, one of your team, one of those people that make decisions. This is Calabo's podcast here in England, and we know that based on YouTube algorithm and field algorithm, you people will come across our podcast. We need Victor Osimhen before the season closes. Please, we do not want stories. We need a world-class player, a player we can depend on, a player we can look at dying minute and say, no, Osimhen can still do something. Let's see hook on. But now look at who is our striker. Nobody. He was football. Who is our winger aside Palmer? The rest are nobodies in world football. Who are our defenders in Chelsea? Nobodies. The only world-class player we had is Reece James. He's injured. Always injured. And according to what someone like you would always say, when who made them world class? When Reece James started playing in Chelsea 3 seasons ago, he was not world class, right? But he became world class, and he has acknowledged, and we've acknowledged that status that Reece James is world class. The same thing happened to Arsenal. So Arsenal probably got some players that were not world class, but they became world class. But Chelsea, some of these young players, they've been here for 2 years, 3 years. They are not world class. They will not be world class. And they might never be world class. Reece James did not need more than 2 seasons to stamp his feet to make us know that Baba, I can play football and I'm good. That's what happened to Reece James. Even in the English national team, if Reece James is fit right now, that guy playing the Newcastle, the Kieran Trippier, what's the other guy's name? Playing that wing back. Reece James will likely bench them. Walker. If Reece James is fit today, he will likely bench a Walker in the English national team.
Yeah, it's true.
Walker is more of a senior player, he's a big boy and all that. Yes, he's more experienced and all that. But Reece James will give you more. Reece James will give you what this Liverpool boy will give you. He will still give you what a Walker will. Reece James is everything combo, and he's still young. But he's world class. But then he's injured. And he's even the captain of the team. Always injured. So now you can see these boys now. Which morale they get? Nothing. Who is motivating who? In a Lavia go motivate Palmer. Abina Enzo go motivate Casedo. Abis our defense Fofana. Chelsea our defender. You went to buy Adebayo from Fulham. That Tosin boy. So we are looking at and we are buying them for good amount of money. So at the end of the day, you are looking at how much Chelsea have spent. You're looking at the players that came into the door. You're like, what the?
But the thing is this, like I said, most times it's not just because of those players they are buying. The coach himself, the kind of coach, if they can get a good coach like Pep Guard or Arteta, that have that synergy, that have that ability to synergize players and dictate who can play together very well and have that synergy, as I said initially, it will be easier for Chelsea to come back well. But whereby you are getting an average coach who doesn't know much or he's left and right, you understand? He just knows this player can touch ball and he's buying whatever he wants to buy because you people have money and you have given him money. The Chelsea will continue making. Let me tell you, even if Chelsea now at this stage start buying world class players, most of these they will not still perform because that synergy is not there. Who is that person that will control them and tell them, okay, look at how you play together and make this thing work? Because as you are even bringing those players, other teams are reading what you are doing. Other good teams are reading what you are doing, and they are there to even counter it. You see that what you bring, if you don't have a good tactics and a good decision, you will not still perform well at the end of the day. The problem of Chelsea today, I don't think it's player anymore, it's coach. They need coach that can come in and say, okay, you have 30 players now. Okay, I want these 5 out, and I'm bringing these 5 to make this thing work. And once he does that thing, you'll start seeing the effect immediately. Not try a rock, a coach that already understood these players, all of them, and say, okay, these 30, I've studied them, I've seen what they can do, I am sure of what I want to say. Okay, I want these 5 out, I want to bring in this.
So are you saying Enzo Maresca is not the coach? Remember,
Yes,
he won championship. He won the championship For
Let's
Leicester
watch
and
and see.
promoted them to the Premier League. He played good brand of football. If you follow Leicester, so
Let's
but are
let's.
you saying the Premier League is too big a step for him, or
No, no,
what
I wouldn't say
exactly?
that. I wouldn't say that. Let's give him some time.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I said. Let's give him some time and see what happens. Maybe because of who Pep is, he was able to beat him again today, even though he didn't want to mess him up so much. So let's still give let's still give them time and see what they can do.
when when
Maybe
when
in next
when
three
when we
games.
are even designing when we are designing posters and the rest of them, Manchester City versus Chelsea, you are seeing De Bruyne, you are seeing Foden, you are seeing Haaland in one place. Then the other
For
place you are seeing
for
Lavia,
for me for
you
me
are seeing Ugo Chukwu,
for
Ugo
me,
Chukwu.
at the time I wasn't taking this thing to be a big match. To be honest, it's just because you are involved and you are a Chelsea fan and you made it look as a big match. I'm telling you,
your
Arsenal
hate for
Wolves,
Chelsea needs to
Arsenal
be.
Wolves is more bigger than this. Yes, Arsenal flogged Man City last season. Do you know? You know that, and Chelsea and Wolves flogged Man City. Same. So these two teams it was supposed to be big match more than even Chelsea Man City.
Chelsea this thing.
So I don't know why any match Chelsea is playing for now, you don't make it big match. It doesn't even if they're playing Liverpool, just you know
This
you
English man. English man. All right, guys. Thank you very much for joining us here at the studio. This is one of your favorite sports station and of course sports shows, sport edition. This is a watch along program. We had Chelsea versus Manchester City. We just finished the game, and of course, we all know who were purported to win the match and who we knew we win the match, and those guys did not disappoint. Of course, Man City had their goal this time and they've gotten their first 3 points to start of the season. Yes, and they got it on Chelsea's head, 2-0. And that is basically how the match ended. And it was not just about the scores, of course, they played better than Chelsea. And we've here in the studio, we've been crying and wailing to say it's not about Chelsea not playing well, or it's not about Man City beating Chelsea and all that. Chelsea need to get the quality players. We are getting young players, but Chelsea is not a poultry where you buy young chicks and be doing transplanting and animal husbandry. No. Chelsea is a world-class team, and we are known to buy world-class players, and that's why we are saying, please, guys, Chelsea management, please, please, and please, the hearts of your fans are at stake. Imagine I paid to go to London and go to watch Chelsea, and I'm coming back. I'll be pained now. I'll waste my money. I'll waste my ticket. I'll waste everything just to come back pained. No, now this management, they need to consider us the fans, and that's what we are
yeah
appealing. Please, we come
yeah
in contact with our podcast. Please listen to the Obi-Wan podcast, Mikel Obi. Yes, we are all conversing to say, okay, bring Osimhen. Let's try having one quality player in that squad, because I can't see any quality. Look at Man City to Chelsea is a far cry. As a matter of fact, this 2-0 is because of the coach's uniqueness and his genius. Because the Enzo Maresca, he's a good. As a matter, I saw what they were playing. I saw what they were trying to do. We watched them live here on the program, and of course, we saw the whole Chelsea, trying to play the semi tiki taka. Because I will not say they were trying to play tiki, but we saw them playing in groups and they were doing massive defense, massive attack, and I
yeah
enjoyed it. They created a lot of chances. Yes, but as usual, Jackson was not really that good to convert some of them, but it's what it is anyways. He's playing his time. He's a good player, but maybe not supposed to be a starter in a Chelsea shirt if we still know what this bad means to be Chelsea. Our current striker shouldn't really be the starter. He probably will be as a substitute, an assistant striker and the rest of it. Talking about the person of Nicholas Jackson. Of course, we need a good striker. We're talking about Victor Osimhen. Please get Victor Osimhen to Chelsea. Let that we Chelsea fans can be happy. And at least when you are playing in Man City, you can put somebody strong on the poster. You can put somebody in that design. So yes, Osimhen versus Haaland. You know, it's making sense. But I cannot even put a Nicolas Jackson versus Haaland. I don't understand. I don't understand. And this is not Wolves we are talking about. This is Chelsea. So please, Chelsea management, Chelsea owners, please do the right thing. Of course, this is the first match and everything will expose. All right, Man City exposed Chelsea. I'm hopeful that right now the owners have seen that okay, this is not preseason. You know, Chelsea lost almost all their preseason matches. They only won the other one against this United States team, and now they were hoping that okay, maybe when season starts we'll see magic. No, season has started though. Now the same continuation of the beating where they happen, where still they happen, and we are so that's why we are crying.
And it will continue.
It will likely continue. Yes, I agree with this one with you, Englishman. It will likely continue until the Chelsea management do the right thing by bringing in Victor Osimhen. Let us have something up front. Then we can now be building from back ahead. We have the Christian Nkunku, we have the Palmer, we have players. But like I said, these players on their own are really nothing. They need somebody robust to come and give them focal points and make their effort in the midfield and in the wing, have some sense.
Yeah, because with somebody like Victor Osimhen that have strength, it will exert other team's strength more. Yeah, it will
more.
give
You
them pressure.
understand?
Yes, and
And
the other
and
people
and,
will
and
have
if Victor
time to play.
Osimhen, two defenders will likely be attacking him, so that will
Yes,
open room for the Palmers and the rest of them to do their magic. Like this thing is like it's common sense. So we are not understanding why our owners will be doing us this thing. They are doing us strong thing, right? And they are hurting with the fans because at the end of the day, all the home management decisions they make, all the decisions they make in the board with paper and paper, signing semi-useless players, is affecting us. It's affecting us. This Brihot came into the game right now. We didn't see any change. Neto came into the game. Things got worse. And these are players we just bought to strengthen the team. But we can even say that they've even made the team weaker. Because when Nkunku was there, we even had more bite than when Neto came in and the rest of them. All right. Thank you very much for joining us. We just decided to give our extra view as regards how the match went. Manchester City got their win. They are in 3 points. Chelsea lost the game by 2 goals. So right now on the table, we have 2 goals against Chelsea. And that should probably take us to the bottom of the league. But hey, it's still the beginning of the season. We have over 38 more matches to go. So, of course, there's always joy as we progress. All right. So, thank you very much for joining us here. I was not alone as usual. Like I always say, the Bible said the man should not be alone. I was with Englishman. As a matter of fact, I think your name should now be the Chelsea Tormentor. That's what I'll be bringing you in the studio going forward. The Chelsea Tormentor, the Englishman. Of course, we had a very lovely time here in the studio. Yeah. All right. Englishman, any parting words for your fans or for Chelsea people or for Man City? Do you have anything to tell your people?
Okay, I'm glad to be in this section. I will say that football is a good thing. It's a lovely thing to watch. Always gives happiness, joy, So, and keep on watching football and keep on supporting this channel. This our edition of sports. We analyze a lot of things here, and you always enjoy our conversations. You learn a lot of things that you've not known in football. A lot of ideology coming in. So, stick to this page always. It will help. Thank you and God bless you.
All right, thank you very much. That is a parting words from Englishman, the Chelsea Tormentor. Of course, if you're still new to our channel, please kindly show us love. Subscribe on YouTube, subscribe on Facebook, follow us on Facebook, and always stay with us. Thank you very much for joining us. This is a goodbye from us. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.